Hey, everyone! Welcome back to the TQQQ Challenge channel. It's great to have you here for our monthly update. Today, we're diving into the latest developments for September 2024. It's the evening of September 20th, 2024, so let's jump into our TQQQ monthly update. TQQQ is currently around $70, up from $64 last month. There were some fluctuations in August and September, giving us great opportunities to buy the dip. On August 5, 2024, TQQQ dropped to $48, and on September 6, 2024, it went down to $56. I hope some of you were able to grab TQQQ shares below $60 as some of our lucky subscribers definitely did. Since TQQQ is a 3x leveraged ETF based on QQQ, it's essential to use the QQQ chart rather than the TQQQ chart for technical analysis. Looking at the QQQ chart, we can see that after losing about 16% from $503 on July 10, 2024 to $423 on August 5, 2024, QQQ has rebounded significantly. Starting with the golden cross on March 13, 2023, when the purple SMA 50 line moved above the green SMA 200 line, we saw the upward trend continue. QQQ has dipped near the SMA 200 line several times since then. Once in October 2023, again in April 2024, and in August 2024, before bouncing back. The MACD shows a bullish crossover, as the black MACD line recently crossed above the red signal line, which is a potential buy signal, suggesting TQQQ's momentum is shifting upwards. The current RSI is 60, and I expect it to gradually rise to 70 or 80 before we see a pullback. While these technical indicators aren't critical for our long-term TQQQ investment strategy, I thought it'd be helpful to share. Both QQQ and TQQQ remain in an upward trend, and I believe QQQ will hit an all-time high by the end of this year, with TQQQ potentially nearing its 2021 peak of $91 in a few months. Now, the market is balancing between two concerns, a potential recession and bubble risks. Let's briefly review two articles that touch on these topics. Both articles were published today. The first article, titled "Why a Recession Still Worries This Stock Market Veteran," discusses fears of a recession despite the Federal Reserve's recent rate cuts. The veteran argues that while rate cuts can provide temporary relief to companies struggling with high borrowing costs, they are often implemented in response to an economy heading towards a recession. Historical data shows that stock markets tend to perform poorly in the weeks following initial rate cuts if a recession follows. The article also notes that during recessions, bonds typically outperform equities, making them a safer investment option in such times. The second article, "Buy Bonds and Gold as Bubble Risk Returns," discusses the risks of a stock market bubble and suggests bonds and gold as safer options. The article also examines the impact of inflation and interest rates on these assets, providing insights into why some investors might prefer them over stocks in uncertain times. While both concerns are valid, I don't think we'll see a recession or bubble in the next 6 months. Another positive sign is the GDP Now model's estimate of 2.9% growth for Q3 2024, indicating a strong U.S. economy. Now, let's take a look at our portfolio's performance for August. Since our last TQQQ update, I haven't added more TQQQ, keeping my total investment at over $11,000. Since the last update, I wanted to buy more TQQQ when it was below $60, and we had 2 days in August where TQQQ dipped below $60. Unfortunately, my funds weren't ready at the time, but I've since fixed that and now have cash available to jump on the next opportunity. Usually, I invest $1,000 a month, but last month in August, I put in $3,000, which is 3 months' worth of TQQQ investments. So, until October 2024, depending on price movements, I may buy less if prices rise, but if they drop, I'll continue buying more TQQQ. This is part of our enhanced dollar cost averaging (EDCA) strategy, which we discussed in a previous video. Currently, my average cost per share is around $62.50. With TQQQ trading around $70, our portfolio has grown to approximately $12,300, giving us a total return of roughly 12%, or about $1,300 in gains. Last month, our return was only 3%, so it's great to see that improvement. Check out the previous video, TQQQ Challenge, August 2024, for a comparison. As for selling? So far, I haven't sold any shares, and I don't plan to unless I see an imminent market crash. How will I know? While no one can predict exactly when a crash will happen, I follow many experts and will consider selling if I trust their warnings of a looming crash. Otherwise, I'll keep EDCA going without selling. Since December 2023, we've consistently invested $1,000 monthly, aiming to invest $360,000 over 30 years. I believe this disciplined approach could potentially grow into several $1 million. As we move forward with the TQQQ challenge, let's keep these core principles in mind. 1. Monthly investment. We're committed to investing approximately $1,000 in TQQQ each month for 30 plus years. 2. Enhanced dollar cost averaging, EDCA. We'll invest more during market lows and less during highs. 3. Sell before crashes. We may sell if a significant crash seems imminent and aim to buy back during the dip. 4. No margin. We strictly avoid borrowing money for trading. Remember, this channel is for entertainment purposes only, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm sharing my strategy, but it's important that you tailor your approach to fit your unique financial goals and situation. I'm excited to keep this journey going with all of you. Thanks for joining me for this month's update. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future updates. Take care, and I'll see you next month.